fault at that time.
Dude, this is last
But
night.
it's actually like
So I start here. This one's gonna have to be a bonus track, I think. I mean, I don't know about this one. This is a farewell to the cards. We're still gonna master this one. I'm just not sure if this will be today's piece or not. So, let's start with doing this. Whoops. Delete all of that. And we're going to go over here. We're going to delete all of this. And we're going to hit Control-Shift-S to save that as. And this is going to be Live Improv 1. And this is going to be raw. Okay. Save that. This is going to take a moment. I changed the metadata and I deleted a lot of stuff, so we're saving over so that way I don't F up the actual raw stuff. There we go. So now if I hit Control Open, I can still open the raw file with everything. And now we'll listen to the second one and see how this sounds. Oh, this is Old Time Feeling. What's this?
Oh, just some fun.
Some old-timey chords, just classics.
Oh yeah, that's just... This is something. Let's see what this is. Maybe this will be today's. This one should be today's. This will be today's. That's there it is. Yeah. This whole segment's like barely hitting -20. I like this one. This will be today's. So we don't need
I
that.
know I've been staring at you for weeks. I know I've been staring at you for weeks. You've been
Now
staring
we
at
can take this, save this as, this is going to be improv 2, raw, save. Okay. Wow, this is going to take a while. Come on, computer. You're a good computer. You love me, computer. You do a good job. You always pull through for me. You haven't failed me because you're a good computer. Right? Yeah, I knew it. I knew you had it in you. Yes, you're a good computer. Okay. Now, let's copy this and paste that into there. So now we're working mono shotgun. And we're going to find a good noise print. Here. That's a good noise print. So we'll take that, select the whole thing, and go into the noise reduction. So I just hit, what was it, Shift P to capture that noise print. And then from there I hit Control Shift P, which opens up the noise reduction thing. And that's basically what I just captured in this little graph here. And you can choose how much you want to get rid of it. And I just go all in, 100%, just kill all that white noise. And that'll clean up my audio before I start playing with the equalizer bands and doing all that kind of stuff to make it sound good. So again, this is the shotgun underneath the, see now, like, look at that, that's clean now. That's beautiful. And that's applied through the whole track. So now I'm gonna zoom out and put 0 on top again for the dB. There we go. And now that I've done that, I don't need any of this anymore, and I probably don't need any of this anymore. Okay. So we are peaking, I'm looking at this thing here. And I'm wondering if I should do this first or do that afterward. I'm thinking let's do it first. So, oh wait, I gotta be paranoid first. FFT filters. I need to kill the 60 Hz ground loop. There we go. And then since I did that FFT filter, I can hit Control R and it goes to basically the last thing you did. So it brought that up again. It's basically like redo the last process. And so now we've got really clean audio. Now let's compress just enough. I'm going to call this compression factor -9. Let's call it -9.5 dB. See what that does. It shouldn't affect everything else, just that one spot. Yeah. Just want to make sure I didn't squash it too much. That's good. So now we can go into the 10 equalizer band. This is the shotgun. So I'm using gentle or simple bass cut is what I'm using. And it just lowers some of those lower frequencies just a little bit because shotgun microphone is very bass heavy. And now I can go into the 30 equalizer band, do a generic mode removal. And now that I was in the 30 equalizer band, I can hit Control R and go back into there. And this time do a gentle mid cut. Where's the mid cut? There we go. And this time I'm going to do a factor of 0 dB, not 1. There we go. Now I can amplify it just a little bit more. Ah! I might go too soon. Process that. I'm sorry, computer. I made you do that for nothing. Because guess what? Control Z. Back up to like 2.4. That should do the trick. There. Now, we can take it out of mono by going into the mastering suite. And that's a preset that I made, playing with all the effects until it sounded what I thought sounded good. Again, you just go by what sounds good to you in your monitors, your speakers, whatever. I like that better. Okay, now, let's do the expander really quick. multi-track session. Hey, stop that. Multi-track session. There we go. Now I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to go prepare all these tracks. -2, -2, -2 on track 1, 2, and 3 because I always saturate 3 times. Now if I hover over like the track area here and scroll, I can zoom in. And then this will go up and down between my tracks if I'm highlighted around here. If I'm highlighted over the timeline, I can zoom out and zoom in on the timeline. If I push in on my scroll on my mouse, I can grab it and just drag and move my view. So that's how I'm navigating this. And this blue line here is your pan, and you can add different points and you can pan left to right. I don't need to do that because I'm just playing with piano. So I'm just going to use the volume bar. And I am going to set my bass line about there. And then piano when they strike. And then here, let's kind of come up a little bit. Let that all ride. Let all that ride. And then we get to about here. We should start gradually bringing her down. And I want to trace this guy. And then this guy will come down here. And I've given myself somewhat of a buffer. Oh, Charmander's yelling at me. Give me a second here. Forgot I set an alarm at like 10:10 to make sure I'm actually awake on a Saturday and not oversleeping. I forgot to turn off my Charmander alarm for that. So, all right, I'm gonna hit play and see if I can stay ahead of the red line now. the top. Let's see how this goes. Session, and then this is going to be July 25th session, improv 2, but no longer raw. This is going to be MDO1. Save that. Okay. So while that saves, we're going to get a new waveform out of it that is uncompressed at 96,000, 24-bit. And then from there, I can do finishing touches to make sure she's optimal for listening. So here's the new waveform. Come on, open. Give me, why are you lagging? There you go. So this is the new waveform that we've got. And before I go any further from this one, we're going to do another tiny compression factor, but this time we're going to call it minus 3.8. And this is just to shave that little tippy toppy of louds there. So that way now when I deselect each side and normalize to minus 0.6 dB, the quiet stuff comes up a little bit more. And then do it again to that side. Okay. Now I go to the beginning of the track and I find that first note, which is right there. And that's at like 4.7, so let's go to 4.1-ish and delete everything beforehand. So we have like a minus 0.6.5-ish of dead space. Now we go to the end and we want to see where we want this to repeat one at. There. Now we zoom in and we're going to select everything here and delete that. And we're going to do a little fade value here and a fade value there. Watch that and make sure it sounds good. And it repeats one. Raw where I already inputted my stuff. We're going to copy and paste that. We're going to Control Shift S this as MDO2. And save that. Okay. So now we're working in MDO2. We're going to give this one a name. rights, no longer an MDO2, you're official. This is going to be 7/25/2025. YouTube Live Improv 2. And then the name right there is Frixian and Try. Save. Okie dokies. Beautimous. Okay, now we need to quickly open one of the July ones. Let's go with this one, just so I can copy this data here for the track. So this one here, and it's official July 2025 Patreon Daily Piano, and we'll save that as an MP3. Change that now to 44/116-bit. Always work. Hey, why aren't you not taking the 44/116-bit? All right, we're gonna have to do something interesting here. So Control save that. All right, let's close everything. No to all. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Reopen Audition. Okay. Sometimes that happens. I keep exporting things and then it locks up and it doesn't want to accept changing the bit rate and all that kind of stuff. So now I'm just going to reopen that July free right here. Frixian Trine. There we go. Now we're going to hit Control Shift S and switch it to MP3. Go into change, 44/116-bit. Now it took. Now I can hit browse and put it in the appropriate folder for MP3s for Patreon. And yes, I want to downsize that. And now it turns into an MP3. And once it's an MP3, you can add track art. Now we go into Patreon, and here's my library of stuff that I've been dropping, every single day. So now I go to create, go to post. Today is the 26th. So first, let's upload our MP3 that we just made. My Frixian Trine. There you are. And then we will paste that in there. Whoops. Listen to the actual one more time. I'm still typing. Publish. There we go. Oh, I didn't. Ay, ay, ay. Already I have to edit it. Edit post. I need to date this for my records here. So this is 7/26/2025. iTunes Piano. There you go. There we go. Now it's fixed. Now let's go into my library here. What the heck? Library. Just checking. Yep. Okay, everything is now consistent again. I got my title, my date, A432 Hertz Piano. Beautiful. And then if I go to my actual page, it should be up for all my Patreons now. So if you go to my page and you're one of my supporters, this is my latest activity. So you guys will see recent posts of this. And on top, I always pin the playlists. So if you were to go and there was a certain month you want, you can go and access any of those willy-nilly. And then after that, you'll see the timeline of the latest stuff. And every single day I drop an MP3, but every single post there's like a blue clickable link here that you can easily download the MP3, which is really good quality compared to the streaming that I have on the YouTube playlist here. July Daily Piano. We are at 1 hour and 14 minutes, so I need to make this one, because this is yesterday's, but I still do it today's, because I just posted So if you had to leave my Patreon, like, I totally understand. I lost a few supporters, but you still have access until like your end date or whatever, and everybody has a different end date depending on when they signed up. But until then, go back and download MP3s, save playlists while you still have access, and I'll always be here doing my thing all the time. You guys all know where to find me.